Alright, let's just jump right into it, shall we? So, first deck of the day is a user submitted deck. This is a Soviet UK mid-range deck by user NonGMOSalt. This is card for card the list that they sent me, so we're just going to jump into some games and see how it goes. I don't have much to say about it yet, since this is not really an archetype I'm that familiar with. Seems interesting, just like a typical cards you'd see in a Soviet mid-range deck, but then splashing some interesting British cards, such as Daylight Bombing, MI5 to slow the enemy down a little bit. Got a Carpet Bombing here at the top end to deal with times when the enemy's going a little wide on you. Some Honey to buffer our life total against the more aggressive decks. A lot of card draw in this deck. So yeah, so we'll jump into some games and see how we do with this. I think this user told me he was doing fairly well with this this deck on the ladder, at least at the start of this season. So we'll see if we can't have the same success. Definitely looking for a solid Soviet list this season to get my my rank, Soviet rank, up to Field Marshal for sure. Well, I like Rifle Regiment. We might, if they're an aggressive deck, we might be forced to trade one of our units into theirs, so Rifle Regiment's pretty good. I don't think these cards are very good, however. Bloody Sickle could be decent though for slowing them down, so I think we'll keep this hand, toss everything back. CHAIKA's decent, decent card to draw here, something to do on our turn 2. And like I said, it's something that we could throw. Oh, that's also another great one. So we got something to do on our turn 2 and our turn 3. Depending on what they do, on their turn 3 will determine what we are likely to do. So I could Bloody Sickle that to be safe. The Honey draw incentivizing me to save it for a later turn so that I essentially negate the 1 damage it's going to deal to my HQ. So I think we're going to go with the original plan and play this CHAIKA out, see what they do. We get punished if he has Encirclement and like Rising Suns, but I think we want to go for it here. Okay, well with that draw then, I think we're just going to go ahead and do this. That's a decent pickup as well, because now we can, if we do want to throw away one of our units in order to play out this Rifle Regiment for free, we'll get a couple points of defense back in exchange, which is nice. Oops. Hey Devil, how's it going? Okay, that's a small visual glitch there. I guess we'll run this out, attack with the Cossacks and pass. Next turn, we're looking to play the Armored Train, trade away these Cossacks, and then play the Rifles for free. Now the question is, do I do this right now, for example? No, I think we want to maximize our chances of this missing our HQ, and possibly even this Engineer Battalion to keep it around for as long as possible. So I'm going to play you first. I'm just gonna kill you. Play you over here. Definitely looking to outvalue our opponents here. Ideally, this deck's gonna run into a lot of aggressively slanted decks. Japan aggro, German aggro. If you look at the card, the list of cards, that's definitely what it's set up to beat, with all the life gain and early value plays that it has. They still have that strange bug where you can't click past that message sometimes. Yeah, that's what I've been doing. I've been using the enter key. I'm just so used to clicking that, yeah, I would just prefer that that worked. Don't know that MI5 is very good in a matchup where the enemy's likely just to draw infinite cards. Maybe it could be okay for slowing them down. Daylight Bombing also kind of iffy because their ramp deck is not going to do much. It's pretty overcosted removal order if you don't care about the credit slot loss. This is going to be a bad matchup. He's playing ramp is going to be a very bad matchup. Hammer's likely not good. I think we just gotta look for an aggressive start. This can at least burn them out and slow them down, like burn them. So I don't know. I guess this kills a honey on their side of the table, which is relevant. I don't think this deck ever beats ramp, to be honest. But maybe I'm missing something. Because even I can't see even our most aggressive draws being able to get under what ramp can do. Oh, turns out they're playing an aggressive deck. Well, lucky us. I believe this is a safe play, that this hits anything in this deck list, because I don't even think we have the Naval Brigade at the top end. I'm just going to play it out. Okay. That draw especially incentivizes me to play out the honey this turn, and I think I will do that. We drew our one of carpet bombing, which could be very good in this match, obviously, so that was pretty lucky of us. That is pretty scary though. Now we gotta kind of on the find a hammer plan. Yep. Yep, playing the deck list as is. The user that submitted this deck, this is the exact list, so it has only the one carpet bombing in it. Okay. Gotta play these out. Probably gonna look to throw away, you know, this CHAIKA to play out the rifles next turn. Maybe we can deal enough damage to this thing in the meantime so that we can clean up the board with this carpet bombing in a few turns. We need to get there first, though. So, it's gonna be tricky. I kind of want to play this because I want to see if we can find the engineers, because if we start trading off our units, we can buffer our life total in the meantime. That will go a long way towards helping us survive. We didn't get it, fortunately. Let's just throw you away. So we can play you and you. Hey, Rodri, how's it going? I'm doing okay. Week went by fast, so felt like we got to play cards nice and quick. Yeah, I feel you. Hopefully you just get to chill the rest of this day and the rest of this weekend. Okay, them spreading out the buffs is nice. At the same time though, we're dying very quickly here. Can we even live into next turn? We get how many attacks? I could... You and you kills one. I have to kill 2 of his frontline units at least. One, two... That's 1, 2, 3... 1, 2. Yeah, that's probably how we gotta play it. I guess we start by seeing what we draw then. problem now, however, is that I kind of need to do this so that we actually have a clean carpet bombing next turn. And if that doesn't signal carpet bombing, I don't know what does from our enemy. So if they buff this one more time, I don't think we can win. Opponent was a little bit too fast this game. Yeah, now they're going to hit our HQ and we'll probably be forced to carpet bombing, and then they can just kill us with the Sherman. Oh, they're even buffing it one more time. So carpet bombing, not an option if it ever was. We need to clog up our support line with this thing, maybe. Okay, that's a hammer. A little too late, though. Carpet bombing kind of feels like a fair card when they are not accelerating or pinning. When you're not pinning the enemy into it, or when you're not accelerating into it. We needed that hammer super early. Or much earlier. I have a feeling that before long, I think the MI5s don't really fit with this deck. And I feel like I'd rather just have a second carpet bombing and a third hammer. Because if we're going to consistently beat aggro, like this deck is set up to do, I'd rather have I'd rather just maximize my chances of drawing the cards we need to do that. Like, MI5 seems like more like an anti-control card, but it's more of a... It's better to supplement an overall strategy rather than be, like, individually good. Like, let's say something like a... I don't know, Takasagi, or even a Panther G, or Panther A, sorry. I don't know if I want him to see removal coming, so maybe we just do this to start. Maybe it's right to play this on one. It's weird that this doesn't add the plane to your support line anymore. It's kind of sad. Now I think I need to do this just to be resource efficient. And the bomber doesn't really do much, so I'll just run it out. Like, if he wants to attack this instead of my HQ, then it's a gain 1 or 2. In addition to what the amount of life it's going to generate when it dies because of this being in play. So, works for me. Okay, I like that. Now this is just like a deal 1, gain 2 for 1. I'll just do that. It's fine. Hello, New World Designer. I hope you're not getting a black screen from me anymore. I'm good. I think I'll just draw while the drawing's good. And next turn maybe we'll like Bloody Sickle, Daylight Bombing, the thing that this generates. Oh, it's on now. Now we're just gonna, it's gonna be a BP train war. That's good. Oh, he blinked first. He moved his thing forward. Don't have a hammer, though, to take advantage of it. I'm not really sure it's a bad thing for him to move that forward, to be honest. So, I think I want to drop. Well, let's do this first. Okay, this first. carpet bombing kind of nice. Play you out. Yeah, you know what I didn't do today is update the deck command. I'm being pretty bad about that lately. So we're gonna do that after this match. Oh no, he's got US bombers. I don't know if we can win now. I'm not being sarcastic when I say that either. Like, there's a good chance that that's gonna just kill us. We can take it off the table this turn though, which I think is what we want to do. What is the alternative? Could throw this away in anticipation of our carpet bomb, upcoming carpet bomb, and then we get a free one of you. This would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, 1, 2, because that'd be free. 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 7, get a free thing, because I want to kill that thing. So let's start by drawing. Siberian Transfer could be good for punking him out. Or just as like a piece of removal. So depending on what he does, we could actually bloody sickle this and then clean all 3 units up with carpet bombing. Oh, it looks like he's gonna red banner that. Ah, that's right. He did play Heroes of the Soviet Union. Okay, now it looks like he's going to hammer my 3-4, perhaps. 2 choo-choo is definitely better than 1. Luckily, we are going to get to clean up a lot of his stuff. So moving that forward, so he doesn't have any other plays then? Okay. Yeah, I think now's the time to do it since carpet bombing is so expensive. I guess the problem with this is it's going to be hard to take the front line back if he wants to move the train yet again. We have ways to deal damage though. Like this deals 2, or 1, like maybe the 3-1 I should use, or even this, I guess. 3. This deals 2, daylight bombing for 2, capture the front line, hopefully start pressuring them. The other problem is that they're playing US cards, and we could just start seeing infinite bombers start coming down, and then we're kind of boned, so... Yikes. That's pretty scary. I'm not sure we have a way to deal with that, especially because we used up our 1 of carpet bombing. Start burning them out. They're probably just gonna play another bomber or a hammer, sure. I think next turn we might just... He could move this up, I suppose. He's not. Okay. It's a shame we don't have our red banner, but maybe we'll draw it in time for the Siberian transfer. feeling pretty far behind at this point. Like, even though our hands look kind of equal, the cards in our hand aren't particularly high quality. So, feeling pretty far behind at this stage. Well, there's a hammer just in time. So that's nice. I feel like I want to get this 5-7 to the front line ASAP. Then again, he did show us Avenger, but maybe we can dodge the second one and this can start doing some damage. Hey, wow, sometimes you get lucky. Okay, Night Witches. That's not awful because, like, the bomber can clog up his support line. Definitely need to do this. Ideally, I find some way to clog up the front line now. Yeah, like that. Damn. Okay, now we need a hammer. Let's start with this. Pretty good too. Ugh, that's not good. Well, maybe we can get lucky and... Oh, that's gonna make it tough. That's also gonna make it tough. I think I want to... Is it crazy to hit this before it gets a chance to attack? It is, right? Because he doesn't really have good attacks. Then again, he has From the People. Maybe that doesn't do much. Yeah, let's do this. Wow, Awoken Giant. Okay. Haven't seen that card in a hot second. So I guess we play this, do this, and we get an upgrade. It's like a guaranteed upgrade. And you know what? Even though, yes, it gives him a card, I think I'm supposed to hit this with Hammer to maximize our chances of these things connecting next turn. And then maybe between these two, we have enough reach to kill him. Hopefully, just play an IS-2 and pass. How about that? We got the guard, but that's okay because we have literally the best hit that he could have gotten. I think we need to use our From the Peoples on the bomber, sadly. Or I think we need to go like this and this. And then to be resource efficient, we'll do this. Maybe the bombers finish this off, clear the way, and we can start bombing his face. I'm up for nerfing Monty. I'm in that camp. I'll sign that petition. Oh boy. I'm assuming the honey's going here. Wow, our opponent's leftovers were very, very good. That's a decent top deck, though. That's very decent. We're gonna need to save that for... We're gonna need to save these for some of his bombers. We're running low on cards here, though. Well, I guess we have Siberian Transfer Red Banner, finally. I wonder if he'll clog up the front line because of that. Back. Alright, well, that's where one of our naval brigades is going. I think I need to take out the bombers. Is that right? It's gonna heal him either way. And otherwise they're gonna get free pings on our stuff. Okay, big bucks no Avenger. Big bucks no Avenger. No Avenger, no Hammer. Screw you. Ah, damn it. If that parade hit like B-17 or Avenger, we're gonna be in big troubles. Okay, it hit the Cossacks. That's not that bad. Especially because we just drew that. Oh, I guess this is bad because now he can bomb. Okay, I'm gonna take it out then. Because he could have bombed us and then Cossacks to finish this off, and I don't want him doing that. Oh, come on. Really? Oh my god, the random effects in this game sometimes. So tilting. Eventually we're gonna run out of removal to use. So we're gonna have too much removal, so... Womp womp, he missed. Night Witches! Go! Watch, he's gonna top deck an Awoken Giant just to kill this and draw a card. Well, what do you know? I drew a Night Witches. Night Witches go burr. Can we zoom in on that box, please? Holy smokes. If his other card is a red banner or something, I'm gonna tilt right off my chair. Doesn't matter. We have so much removal in hand. Look at my beautiful formation. This deck might need a bit more removal. Oh no, what a tilt! I didn't play a Night Witches this round. Suboptimal plays. Why couldn't I have the play bombers or play orders achievements for the day? Would have cleared them both. Well, that was certainly a match. Still not 100% convinced of the MI5s, but they did technically stall our opponent out and let us draw through our deck just that much faster so we could get to the point of that game that we just saw. Probably not if they're an aggro deck. Even if they're not. I think I like the rest of this. Maybe I don't need this. There's 4 of these in the deck. Good chance we draw one when we're ready to actually play it. In the meantime, I'd rather look for something early to play. Yeah, like that. One of my most hated cards in this game. So what do I think of new Night Witches? Well, after that game, I think they're definitely improved. I mean, that game was kind of stupid, I'm not gonna lie, but it was also kind of fun at the same time. Well, this guy one-shots that, technically. Before I was looking at the new Night Witches being like, why doesn't this add the bomber to the support line? Yeah, no, now I think I understand why. Plus, I mean, technically you could lose the bomber by doing that. Oh, that's interesting. Both of his units died in my guard in one hit. I don't want to play this out because he's just going to move up, shoot, get 2 free resources, right? At the same time, I should be spending my resources probably. That's fine if he wants to do that, I guess. I guess I gain 2 health and he upgrades my fighter into a 3-2. He still has to move this in range of this. Come out and play. Come on, move your thing forward. Aw, damn. Get wrecked. Should have played around the NonGMOSalt. I actually didn't want to let that go. My mouse just kind of released right at that moment, but whatever. It's probably the play we want to make. I don't know. So, yeah, this is one of those weird situations where it's like, do I kill the tank? Am I supposed to kill the NonGMOSalt? Like, if I drew... Let's say I drew a hammer right there. What am I supposed to use it on? Okay. That said, what am I supposed to do here? Probably want to take out the artillery, because that's just like a free resource for him for the next few turns. I could kill it with 2 attacks like this, and then I have 2 3-2s that can do stuff. There are also 2 3-2s that can just die to his tanks. So, you know, that's something that could happen. I guess I could go, like... no, I guess that doesn't work. Pass? I don't know what I'm doing. I just, like, don't even... It just doesn't really matter, right? Those were an interesting series of attacks. But I guess he is gaining me down to 10. Can I get a hammer? What's better? Playing MI5 or drawing? If I don't get a hammer, even if I get a hammer, I'm gonna have only 1 resource left, and I can't take out that artillery, so I guess that's not the play. You still gotta look for it, probably, though. Let's just do this. That guard unit would have been a good draw. Wouldn't I have been, like, really close to dead if he just had attacked me? How much damage did this cause? There's our hammer. I'm supposed to use red banner here? No, I have this. Well, that's a yikes. Can we find my guy that does stuff? The guy who, you know, the guy? The guy. That guy. Hopefully his top deck sucks. It's not quite the definition of sucks. Not quite. Ooh, a honey. So this thing deals 3, right? 3, 4. So then, so those are dead. Bam, bam, bam. I think I'm supposed to play this. Am I supposed to red banner that? No, right? Let's do this. Okay. Draw a nothing. God damn it. Okay, that's not the, you know, it could have been worse. Could have been worse. Hammer should be nice. Okay, well now I red banner. I think I want to still buffer my life total. And I want to clog the front line, so I'm going to red banner this so I can play both rifles. That's a decent hit. Start by doing this. What's better, Joseph Stalin or the IS? This one kills him. Well, they kill him both just as fast. I guess we'll take this. Actually, he's dead. 6. If these all get to attack next turn, these 3 plus this kills him. Damn it. I don't think I can risk that hitting our HQ, so... What are the chances he's got big bombers in his hand? Well, I guess I should just daylight bombing, just so I could only have to throw away one of my units. And I could replay that out. That's a good thing for us to see. Actually, I'm going to play this out because moving that thing up and attacking with it is very expensive. So is this, I guess. If he plays double Avenger, though, I'm going to lose it. Like, I'm literally going to lose the game, probably, and then I'm going to be very mad at the same time. Oh, I guess double Avenger doesn't do anything because this thing sneakily only has 4 defense. Haha. You some bitch. So this is lethal, these two are lethal. That's annoying. Not the worst though. Play another lethal threat again. I think he doesn't have any more Leos. He has a full hand though now. Wow, he's got a lot of cards. Okay. Oh. Damn it. We're one attack short, but he probably doesn't have any healing, so we should just go for the attack and then play the KV the next turn. Lol, Night Witches. Good thing I didn't overdraw by as much. We're getting there. It's been some long matches, but we're grinding them out. Surprising. I'm surprised we won that one, to be honest. I guess I'm not that surprised. German-US ramp is pretty bad. If he was playing the traditional like British-US mix in either direction, we would have struggled because of all the sweepers he would have had access to. I'm gonna bin this assuming he's ramp, and then when he plays an aggressive card, I'm going to cry. God damn it. In this day and age, am I not supposed to hedge against ramp? Why are people playing bad US aggro decks? I don't know what it would look like, but I would be using it right about now. Okay, cool. We have a hammer for when he greedily buffs this to infinity. Of course, he's going to buff it out of range, now that I said that. I think I play this, actually, to threaten this attack. Kind of forces him to buff it now. Great. Now he's going to play Thingy next turn and draw infinite cards. We are getting tempoed. We are getting tempoed. I was supposed to throw away one of my units so I can play out this guy. Deploys for 0 credits. So even though, wait, why is it +3 cost? What the? I just noticed that. It says it deploys for 0 credits, so I'm assuming the way this is programmed is that no matter how much it costs. If that's not the case, I'm going to be very pissed off if we get hit by a bug. I actually don't know what I want to play here, though. 1, 2... Oh, that's perfect. Hello. Hello. It's fine. He's still gonna move these both up and then draw 2 cards with a Sherman. And we're gonna be sad. I'm just gonna clog up the front line. God damn it. Why? Why, game? So now I gotta play this. And then he's just gonna bounce it and like buff his thing and I'm dead. I could greedily try to look for a hammer and that's not gonna work. So I have to use this to block. I think that's the only sensible action here. I don't like it, but it's what we have to do, I think. Sure. Man. Our mid-range deck is not doing well against aggro. And it's kind of frustrating. We're grinding out against other mid-range decks. We're not doing well against the decks we should be doing well against. You know what I keep forgetting to do is to update the deck command. Now, I had a lot of alternate, like, options that game. There's a lot of different lines I could have taken, so you could argue that there were definitely things I could have done differently to stabilize more effectively and win that game, but I don't know. It kind of felt like we were never in a real position to win that game. We just kept drawing. We had all kinds of ways to draw cards, but we didn't draw into any of our removal or units when we needed them. And with the start that our opponent had with like taking away our first 2 plays with his turn 2 and turn 3 tempo cards, it was like put us way too far behind. Feels bad, man. Well, that's not going to hit this, but I still think that's supposed to be kept in my opening hand. I think this hand's fine. This will let us get aggressive, hopefully, because it's going to draw the 3/4 guard unit. Oh, I guess it could have drawn the 3/4 thing that gets played for free, but whatever. This is fine. We'll move this up. Next turn, we'll either attack with it, then play the CHAIKA, or something else. Okay, I like having an insurance plan against removal. He knows it's in our hand. So that could kind of warp his plays for the next few turns. Okay, so he's just kind of forcing us to use it then. Which is fine. Next turn we can attack HQ, move up with the Kuban Cossacks, depending on what he does. Yep, I think that's what we're gonna do. A daylight bombing. I think I would like to daylight bombing and bloody sickle this. Puts him behind a credit too, which is nice. That's pretty nice too. This is decent against commandos because it can eat their pings and then we get a better fighter out of it, or it also just survives a carpet bombing. Okay. Oh, they're the US version. Lovely. So now they're gonna get to like play infinite cards. Ooh, that's really good though. I'm gonna play that now. Makes their future plays way worse. So all of their draws are a deal one rather than a game whatever. I think I'll go with this actually. He probably has carpet bombing for next turn, so we'll just pass. This is not much value anyway, so maybe I should play it out just to incentivize him to carpet bomb. Because I wouldn't, because if he does carpet bomb, then these would get in for a lot of damage, which would be nice. That's kind of nice. Do I want to gain a bunch of life? We're just supposed to hit him as hard as possible. Get this out of our hand, because it's not really valuable probably in this matchup, and it's clogging up our hand, so we'll just get it out of here. Yes, he has... Yeah, that's true. It does put him in that range. Each one of these is dealing 1 to him, so... He's got to be careful. He's still in range. Oh, it deals damage before it heals, so he killed himself. That's funny. Turns out the KV-1 is very good against decks that like to draw a lot of cards, even if they're gaining health while they're doing it. Yeah, the more you know. This was a great learning experience for all. I think our opponent should be pleased by the results of that match. He learned something very valuable. Opponent, you didn't know it, but you were dead on my next turn anyway, so good for you for learning that lesson. You'll never make that mistake again when it might matter more. Okay, was this the guy that was playing the Blitz one? No, he wasn't playing Guadalcanal, I don't think. Ooh, I like all that anyway. Lets us get aggressive. Man, it's too bad this doesn't get destroyed, like, I don't know, in such a way that you can then play these. I don't know how you would do it. It's just the reality. Oh, good. Look, we got a hammer this time for when he buffs one of these units. No, I might play... I only have 3 decks lined up for the day, so I might play this for another 20 minutes. I might do a few... So that's like a few more matches. I think I'm supposed to just do this while it's still in range. As tempting as it was to throw this away and then play 2 3/4s, there's a good chance he's going to play a 2/2 that we get the chance to do that with anyway. Or he'll do that. And let's take away a resource from him. Nice. This is going to be good for us to get our health back up. Because he's probably going to be able to get it pretty low. I hope his last card's a good one. I'm being sarcastic. I hope his last card was terrible. Huh. Let's just guess. Well, would you look at that? See, when we draw our cards that are good in the matchup, we can win the matchup. That's so tilting. Wow, it even takes away a credit slot too. What an annoying card. Yeah, I'm not forgetting it. I think he has a, like a... Okay. We're definitely clogging up the front line with these, if we're given the chance. I'm just gonna take that away right now. Okay, thank you for surrendering. He could have had enough ways to burn us out, potentially. He could have had things like, gunship mission. But I think he already used one gunship mission and he was down his strategic bombing. So he could have had he could have, in theory, drawn another 3 more. Very unlikely, sure, but still possible. He was at a pretty healthy life total after all. Okay. If this is another commandos matchup, this can kill an unbuffed commando, this can kill a buffed commando or honey. This is gonna do well to put some pressure on him, I think. This will disrupt his plans a little bit. It's an okay hand overall. Probably gonna see honey on this turn, but I think I do Cossacks no matter what. Now I'm tempted to just okay, yeah, now we'll just play this because I can ensure I get the value off of the bloody sickle. I was probably gonna do that anyway, so this was a great pickup to let us just get rid of that, no question. Moving this up to be resource efficient could be bad if he's the US X Commandos version and he's playing Awoken Giant. I know Awoken Giant's not typically run in this list, but he already showed us something that's not particularly run, which is a guard units. Because typically you don't want to clog up your support line with units that aren't generating value. Okay, I'll just get rid of this then. Next turn's probably a Workers Unite turn, depending on what he does. Could also be right to MI5, but I think I want to do that later. Because the ramp is more valuable sooner. And that could disrupt his plans kind of nicely though, but that's fine, we'll just do this. Alright, Naval Brigade plus Bloody Sickle, very good. Next turn, depending on what he does. His carpet bombing can clean up his support line. Hopefully he just plays out a bunch of dumb support line stuff and then passes. That'd be the ideal. Okay, now MI5's not as impressive when well, carpet bombing cleans that up. I think you know what? Maybe we do MI5 after all. Just cycle. I think the 2-for-1 is worthwhile here, considering we have other ways to remove additional support line units should he draw into them. Like so. Okay, I suppose. Yeah, the way that the game works, it detected. I guess the way they program those graphics is that they blow up when they detect a solid object, and the cards floating up and around are considered solid objects because this is like programmed in Unreal Engine, I think. Well, that's a bit unfortunate. What do we do here? Is it this? Okay. Yes, he could carpet bomb us. We have plenty of other threats, though. Oh, for a second I thought he attacked it, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm totally down for that. That is kind of nice. Am I supposed to hammer one of these two? I don't think so. Gotta save this for their number... What is it? Number 1 commando? Number 2 commando? Whatever. The 3-3. The 6-drop. Yeah, that guy. Well, I guess he's not dying. That's not true. I can Siberian transfer it. Or I could Night Witches. That's also an option. I think I like Siberian Trans... Or do I? I kind of gotta get his life total in a place where he's nowhere near able to hit me with, whatchamacallit. Ah, crap, he has another one. Well, hopefully he can't buff them anymore. It's probably the Joseph Stalin. Joseph Stalin? I don't know why I'm pronouncing it like that. Is there no way to... Oh. Why do these cards not have the thing they added to the Panzer 3H where I can look at the board? Anyway, I know he's got like a what? 10... He's got 10 defense. This is probably not doing enough anymore. This could be okay. It's probably the big boy though. That said, I'm pretty sure I have to kill this turn. And we'll use this as a, like a gain X. It's because of Spoos. I've been watching too much Spoos. Spoos content. Oh, right. That's their alternate win con. Yeah, we're dead then. I was thinking we just had to dodge thingy. I don't know why I forgot about that card. Well, we're gonna play our Joseph Stalin because it's a fun card to play, and then we'll pass. And by pass, I mean surrender. The alternate pass button. Oh yeah, the whole Rule Britannia thing. That's why I was really hoping to find the 4/4 that destroys damaged things. I guess it wouldn't have mattered because they had a 10/10 or whatever in the front line. S Chicken, thanks for the follow. Hope you're enjoying your Friday. And thanks for stopping by the stream. Alright, see ya, Raji. Enjoy the rest of your day. Hopefully it's hopefully you get to just relax after having such a long, tiresome day. And have a good weekend. We'll see you next time. I think we're gonna call it for that deck. We've been playing this for about an hour 20. I think that's whoops. That's not the check out the deck button, that's the go battle button. Okay. So this deck, I'm not gonna lie, this deck surprised me a little bit. I didn't expect too much from it. The new Night Witches and the fact that we're drawing through our deck so quickly actually let us grind out some mid-range and ramp matchups there. Granted, we were never playing the kind of numero uno ramp deck in the format. None of them were the British-US version. But yeah, this seemed decent, right? We had a lot of ways to interact with support line units. So we did okay in the Commandos matchups. I think we won one, lost another, and maybe had a close third game that I can't recall which direction it went in. Yeah, but obviously with this deck, it's gonna have big trouble against the premier deck in the format right now, the ramp the US British ramp decks. But other than that, yeah, it does this deck, like I said, surprised me. This does surprisingly well. The one thing I'm not 100% certain of are these MI5s. They're certainly good in some spots. Overall, though, I almost feel like I'd rather they were something else. I'm not sure what exactly. Maybe we just want Katyushas. We might even want more ways to enable our busted like turns, early turns with 35th rifles, and have like 1 Ural factories to go along with this red banner. That's another thing I could see. Probably want another carpet bombing potentially in the deck. Obviously, we are not playing it ahead of turn 7 a lot of the times, and so having, you know, that many things that are clunking up our hand might not be great. You know, the reason why this card is so good in the meta right now is because the decks that are utilizing it are either cheating, getting ahead of resources to be able to play it down early, or they're just stalling with other pseudo sweepers, let's call them, or just whatever, fog effects, mass pin effects. You all know what I'm talking about, I think. They're pinning your whole board and stalling to get to this, which makes it very good. Not so, yeah, maybe the one of as like kind of an insurance plan against like tokens or other decks that are going wide is fine, and we don't need a second one of those. But yeah, that's the only thing I'd be looking to change, is maybe trying these MI5s with something else. One of the things I did really like about this deck though is that ZHUKOV pretty much always has a really good hit. Obviously, it's not like great if you hit your 329th in certain matchups, but I like the fact that we're getting like value off of it because all of these things are 3-drops. That's definitely something I was looking to build, or a small consideration that I've been thinking of with my more mid-rangey Soviet decks, especially because now we have so many decent Soviet 3-drops to choose from that they're like fine if you get them, if you're playing them on 3, but on turns where you can get them in a ZHUKOV and get a guaranteed free infantry is kind of nice. Obviously, I guess it could hit these two as well, which is why I've been experimenting with like, this is just too good of a card, you probably always want it, but I've been experimenting with decks that don't even have this or the 3/5 guard unit, so that you're guaranteed to always have a free play with this ZHUKOV. But anyway, some things to consider. But yeah, this was good. This was fun deck. I enjoyed that. So we'll move